Good morning, students. How are you? Students, today I am going to teach you the eighth lesson, our natural resources, water and soil. Eighth lesson, our natural resources, water and soil. Our water resources. Water is very important for all living things. Water is very important for all living things. We need water for drinking, bathing, cooking, washing, and for growing crops. We know that three-fourths of the Earth's surface is covered with oceans. But most of this water is salty and not fit for either drinking or cooking. Fresh water, which is used by us, exists in lakes, rivers, streams, and ponds. This is the picture of water is essential for all living things. Water source. Our main source of fresh water is rain. In India, farmers depend on the monsoon rains for their crops. But rainfall is not uniform throughout India. Some places get a lot of rainfall while other places receive very little rain. Moreover, the monsoons provide rain only for a few months in the year. Irrigation. This is the picture of a canal running through a field. Irrigation. Farmers need water throughout the year to grow crops. Therefore, we need to conserve water by building canals, dams, reservoirs, and tanks. This is a canal running through a. This is the picture of a canal running through a field. Canals are channels that are dug in the ground to take water from the rivers to the fields. In some places, wells are dug to bring underground water to the surface. When underground water is found very deep below the surface, holes are dug with the help of machines to reach this water. Then tubes are sunk through these holes. The underground water is brought to the surface through these tubes. This is a picture of a tube well supplying water for irrigation in a field. The underground water is brought to the surface through these tubes with the help of an electric or diesel pump. This is called a tube well. This is a picture of a tube well supplying water for irrigation in a field. These tube wells with the help of an electric or diesel pump. This is called a tube well. Tube wells are used for irrigation in Punjab. This is the picture of a tube well. A tube well supplying water for irrigation in a field. The underground water is brought to the surface through these tubes with the help of an electric or diesel pump. This is called a tube well. Tube wells are used for irrigation in Punjab? Tube wells are used for irrigation in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat. In some places, it is difficult to dig wells. Here, rainwater is stored in tanks and ponds and is later used for agriculture. This is most common in South India. This is the picture of the Sarovar Dam. Dams are walls built across a river to hold back the flow of water. These walls have special gates called sluice gates, which can be opened and closed to control the flow of water. Water is stored in a reservoir, artificial lake, behind the dam. Canals are dug to take this stored water to the fields where it is required. In a dam, water is made to fall from a height to generate electricity. This is also known as hydroelectricity because water is used to produce it. Dams also control floods and help in breeding fish. Dams also control floods and help in breeding fish. Multi-purpose projects. When dams are built to serve more than one purpose, they are called multi-purpose projects. Some of the multi-purpose projects in India are Bakranangal Dam. It is built on the river Satluj in Himachal Pradesh and is largest dam in India. Bakranangal Dam. It is built on the river Satluj in Himachal Pradesh and is the largest dam in India. It provides water for irrigation and also supplies electricity to Delhi and its neighboring states. Damodar Valley Project. It is built on the river Damodar. It includes a number of dams that provides water for irrigation to West Bengal. Farakka Barrage. It is built on the river Ganga in West Bengal. It supplies water to West Bengal and Bangladesh. Sardar Sarovar Dam. It is built on the river Narmada. It provides water to the dry areas of Gujarat and Rajasthan. Hirakud Dam. It is built on the river Mahanadi in Odisha. Hirakud Dam. It is built on the river Mahanadi in Odisha and is the longest dam in India. Nagarjuna Sagar and Idduki Dams. The Nagarjuna Sagar Dam on the river Krishna is located on the border between Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. The Idduki Dam is built on the river Periyar in Kerala. Both of these are important dams in South India. Children, why should we conserve water? Water is very precious and we should use it carefully. We should not wash clothes, bathe or throw garbage and industrial waste into rivers. This is the picture of water pollution. Polythene bags, plastic bottles and other such products pollute water and make it unfit for consumption. Water is very precious and we should use it carefully. We should not wash clothes, bathe or throw garbage and industrial waste into rivers, lakes and seas as these pollute the water. Marine life cannot survive in polluted water. People who use polluted water for drinking or cooking suffer from many diseases. We should make efforts to keep water clean and not waste it. Soil resources. This is the picture of rice cultivation is mainly done in regions with alluvial soil and red soil. Soil resources. Soil is an important natural resource. It is the top layer of the earth's surface in which plants and trees grow. Soil is formed by the breaking up of rocks into smaller pieces due to the action of the sun, rain, and wind. The sun heats up the rocks and causes them to crack. Rain beats against these cracked rocks and causes them to break into smaller pieces. Fast winds scatter these pieces about. All this All this gradually breaks the rocks down into grains of soil. Fast flowing rivers then carry these grains. Fast flowing rivers then carry these grains as silt and deposit them along their banks as they flow towards the sea. The entire process of soil formation takes millions of years. As rocks contain different chemicals and minerals, the soil formed from these rocks also contain these substances. The soil formed from these rocks also contain these substances. As rocks contain different chemicals and minerals, the soil formed from these rocks also contain these substances. Types of soils. Children, this is the map of types of soils in India. You can see here different colors. Green color shows alluvial soil. This grey color shows black soil. This yellow color desert soil. Blue color indicates laterite soil. This brown color mountain soil. This orange color shows red soil. You can see in this map, this is cement color portion. This is the cement color portion shows which soil? Black soil. See here cement color black soil. This in this India map you can see this cement color portion shows black soil. Black soil lies in this cement color portion. This green color portion, the green color means alluvial soil. In Indian picture, in this Indian map, the green color portion shows alluvial soil. This is the brown color portion. This brown color portion shows mountain soil. You can see, you can find mountain soil in this brown color portion of the Indian map. And this is the yellow color portion, desert soil. You can see desert soil here. In this region you can see, you can find desert soil. And next laterite soil. Where we can find laterite soil? Blue color. In this India map you can see blue color portions. In these blue color portions you can find laterite soil. Next mountain soil. This is brown color portion. This brown color portion you can find mountain soil. Next this is the orange color. This indicates red soil. You can see in this India map orange color portions. In these orange color portions you can find red soil. Alluvial. In India there are types of soil. In India there are 6 types of soil: alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil and desert soil. Alluvial soil. This green color portion. The green color is alluvial soil. In this India map you can see green color portions. Here we can find alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is the most fertile soil found in India. It is mostly found in the northern plains, the coastal plains and the delta regions of West Bengal. It is very rich in humus. Humus is a substance made up of dead leaves and plants which makes the soil fertile and helps plants grow better. A variety of crops such as rice, wheat, maize, sugarcane, tobacco, cotton, jute, pulses and oilseeds grow well in alluvial soil. Next soil is black soil. You can see here cement color black soil. In the map here is cement color portion. This color portion, this cement color portion shows black soil. Black soil is dark in color and is formed by the breaking up of rocks made of lava. It is found in the Deccan Plateau. This soil is good for growing cotton, wheat, sugarcane and millets. Next, red soil. This orange color shows red soil. In this map you can see orange color portions. Here you can, in these orange color portions you can see, you can find red soil. Red soil is found in the southern states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Karnataka. It is also found in Maharashtra, Odisha, Jharkhand and the northeastern states of Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Meghalaya. The soil is red in color and is not very fertile. Crops like groundnuts, millets and rice can be grown here. Next soil is laterite soil. Blue color shows laterite soil. You can see some blue color portions in this map. These blue color portions indicates laterite soil. Laterite soil is found in areas where there is heavy rainfall. It is found in parts of Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Meghalaya. Tea, coffee and rubber can be grown in this soil. Laterite soil can also be used for making bricks. Next soil is mountain soil. Here the brown color shows mountain soil. You can see in this Indian map brown color portions here and here you can see brown color portions. This brown color portion indicates mountain soil. Mountain soil is found in the mountainous regions of Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. Crops such as wheat, maize, barley, spices, tea and coffee and fruits like apples are grown here. Next soil, next and Next soil is desert soil. This yellow color indicates desert soil. Here is desert soil. This color, this yellow color indicates desert soil. Desert soil is found in the desert regions of Rajasthan and Gujarat, where there is little rainfall. The soil is sandy and not fertile. But with the help of irrigation, crops like wheat, millets, dates, barley, maize, pulses, and cotton can be grown here. Conservation of soil. Conservation of soil. We all know the importance of soil. We all know the importance of soil. However, the topmost layer of soil, which is usually the most fertile layer, gets carried away by wind or rain, leading to soil erosion. Erosion is also caused by other factors like the cutting down of trees. Overgrazing of the land by domestic animals is also harmful as it reduces the grass cover and leaves the soil exposed to wind and rain. Soil erosion reduces the fertility of soil. Hence, we must conserve soil. We should plant more trees and ensure that trees are not cut down in large numbers. To improve the quality of soil, farmers should use natural fertilizers like cow dung and compost and practice crop rotation, different crops grown one after another on the same land. These practices will help to keep the soil fertile and preserve the soil cover. Important points. Water is very important for all living things. Rain is the main source of fresh water. As rain is not always enough to grow crops, canals, wells, tanks, and dams are built for irrigation. Soil is the top layer of the earth's surface in which trees and plants grow. There are 6 types of soil in India: alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, and desert soil. Different types of crops are grown on different types of soils. New words. Sluice gate. The definition of the sluice gate is a sliding gate or other device for controlling the flow of water out of dam, canal, etc. Irrigation. The definition of the irrigation is the process of supplying water to farms through rivers, dams, canals, and channels so that crops can grow well. Humus. The definition of the humus is a substance made from dead leaves and plants which helps plants to grow. Definition of the soil erosion. The process of the soil surface slowly getting destroyed by wind, water, or the heat of the sun. Fertilizer. The definition of the fertilizer is a substance that is added to the soil to make plants grow better. Compost. The definition of the compost is a mix of rotting plants, kitchen waste, etc. that is added to the soil to help plants grow well. This is the end of the lesson. Thank you.